Hi, this is Heather from Beyond Labs, and here we are with another episode of Show Me the Results. We're in the molecular lab, and we're going to be testing some DNA from a crime scene. We're going to be doing some forensics here. So we have a sample of DNA from the scene, and then we have the DNA from 4 different suspects, and we're going to run PCR and do some gel electrophoresis to be able to see if we can identify which DNA matches the DNA from the crime scene. So to start with, we've added some Taq polymerase and some nucleotides to be able to snip out the sections that we want. We're going to add our primers. So we'll select the primer that we need for the section that we want. We load it into our micropipette and add it. And then we load it again and add it. And now we'll add our other one, our other primer. Okay, now we have all of the samples prepared with what they need to run the PCR. So we'll open our PCR machine and we'll just load our suspects into there. There we go, our samples are in. We'll start it up. This takes a pretty long time, about 3 hours, so luckily we get to just speed up time. And it's done. So we can open it up and pull out the samples. There we go. Now we just need to run the gel electrophoresis, and we can see which segments of DNA match with what we want to see from the DNA from the crime scene. So we'll load our micropipette with the different samples, and then we'll put them into the wells. Well 1 has the ladder that we're trying to measure against, so we'll load into well 2, well 3, well 4, well 5, and well 6. Then we can hook up our power. The negative goes in the back, positive in the front to set up the current, and then we can turn on our power supply. Turn it on. It takes about 10 minutes to run those segments, so we'll just advance time, which makes it way easier. There we go. Now we're done with the electrophoresis. Now we can just compare the sample fragments. So if we look at it under the UV light, there we are. Okay, so this was the DNA from the crime scene. This was suspect 1, suspect 2, suspect 3, and suspect 4. What do the results show? Which suspect matched the DNA from the crime scene? Looks like suspect 3 to me. We want to be very specific. We can measure the lengths in base pairs. That was about 468. And that looks like just about the same. So there we are. Those are the results. You just completed your first forensics experiment. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and go to beyondlabs.com to download the entire suite of virtual labs.